Welcome to Doughboys Double. I'm Nick Weiger along with the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell. Mitch, now we have some mail to open up top.
We do.
But also, you have promised us a joke. And Amelia, who normally pieces out as soon as we get rolling, moves on with her life, is sticking around to hear this joke.
She was doing a Crazy Eights opening to our Doughboys Double theme song.
Yeah.
She was doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I liked it.
8. That's the Crazy Eights. It's got to be 8.
Yeah.
I said
Otherwise, it's sloppy sevens. That's a different thing.
Sloppy sevens is fun if you got to do like a shorter one.
Yeah.
By one, I guess. I said we were talking about how we see TikToks and we see ourselves being unfunny for 30 seconds. And I said that and we said it will happen again. I said I got a joke that's bad that will start off. And then you said, Amelia, stick around for the joke.
I asked her if she wanted to, and she said yes.
So you're putting a lot of weight on this, but here it goes. SpongeBob looks like he got evicted.
Okay, so Mitch's for our audio listeners, Amelia's wordlessly exiting the studio.
SpongeBob looks like he got evicted. He lives in a pineapple.
Yeah, so for our audio listeners, Mitch held up, Amelia dissected this pineapple that we're going to be talking about today, and Mitch held up just the head of it.
Yeah.
Just so. The idea is, I guess, the
Look,
pineapple under the sea
idea
in which
was
he
for
lives.
the joke to be bad.
I'd say mission accomplished. Should we open this mail? Let's open this real quick, and then we can get our guest in here.
I thought it was actually pretty good.
I thought it was good, too. I liked it. Okay, so we have a couple of envelopes
here. Give me the other
these came to our PO box. I almost called it a BO box.
Yeah. Wow.
Ours is a BO box.
Oh, I was just about to say, I guarantee you this is a wedding invite.
You think these are maybe both wedding invites?
Oh, is it that a wedding invite as well?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Dear Doughboys, hot wife of Doughboys fan here. I wish I could say I'm writing this on behalf of my husband, but alas, I am the freak who loves and listens to your show.
Wow.
I know y'all won't actually be coming to our wedding, but I want to take the opportunity to let you guys know how much the show means to me. I discovered the show during the pandemic while I was in graduate school. It was a dark time for me, and the pod got me through it, even if it's extremely stupid. I finished my PhD a couple of years ago, and I still listen to old episodes when I'm feeling down, or really just all the time. I got my husband hooked on the show, and now we are freaks together.
She has a PhD. This is funny. It's all fitting in.
It's all very funny. Yeah. I got my husband hooked on the show, and now we are freaks together. Anyway, love you guys, the pod, so much. Please never stop, but also take care of yourselves. Also, please come to Colorado, but if not, that's okay too. Much love, loyal freak, Leah. And Leah invited us to their wedding day, Leah and Eric. So congratulations, getting married in, I won't say where, but somewhere in the state of Colorado. How about that?
That's great. I love it. I'm happy for both of you. We're not coming, unfortunately.
Yeah, RSVP no, but thank you so much for the invite.
We can't. We literally can't.
Yeah.
Dear Mitch and Wags, greetings from a happy couple of soon-to-be married Doughboys listeners.
Wow.
We know how much Nick hates to travel, but we will be honored by your presence at our wedding. This union will have everything you could want. Really great Indian food with the best naan you've ever tasted.
Wow.
High-class booze, a Jemmy-like dog but with 3 legs. His name is Skippy, and he'll probably like Mitch more too. Thank you.
All right.
A slightly shy 6'3" man marrying a lovely 5-foot woman who, no joke, works on the Yum Brands account.
Whoa!
At an app you've probably heard of. Think Clock Sounds. Interesting.
Okay, all right, I'm thinking.
Thus, continuing to solidify the lore of the Doughboy's wife. This is true.
Yes.
Come celebrate with us, please, ? XO, Divya, and John.
Wow.
I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Divya. This is a very sweet invite.
What if we just went to one of these?
I think we should go to one. And honestly, the idea of this amazing...
yeah, it sounds like quite a spread
Please RSVP online by April 30th, 2024.
Okay, so we maybe ran out of time for that one. We might have run out of time for both of them. But congrats to both of you. Thanks for writing in. That's really appreciated.
This looks good as hell, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll show up. Show up stag.
Are you going to pull Wedding Crashers?
Maybe I pull a fucking Wedding Crashers.
Oh boy, don't get yourself into trouble. Those guys would get canceled these days.
The Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, they absolutely would.
Do you think so?
I think so.
They're just having fun.
But Mitch, it's all false pretenses.
Oh, they're lying. They're liars.
They're lying. It's a whole
that.
thing. They're liars.
You don't have to worry about me going to the wedding and getting laid. It's not an issue. This is great.
Yeah.
I want the food.
Yeah. Well, we know you want the food.
I want to see the love.
Our guest today, returning to the show, a writer and comedian from
What does that look like to you?
Looks like SpongeBob got evicted. Our guest today, returning to the show, a writer and comedian from Star Trek Lower Decks, Bless the Hearts, and Comedy Bang Bang. Lauren McGuire is here. Hi, Lauren. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Lauren, quick question. Does it look like SpongeBob has been evicted?
It looks like SpongeBob has had his house cut up into little pieces.
It's true. Even worse than evicted. No one's buying that house anymore. It's a knockdown job.
It's
a teardown.
That's the word.
Let's talk a little bit about something that you brought up before we were recording.
Mm-hmm.
You have a 30-second salad you make.
Yes.
What is the deal with this 30-second salad?
This is a system I've created because I have a very hard time eating healthy.
Yes.
When I'm in my home. So I have a 30-second salad system where it's basically all the little parts that you would put into a salad are organized into one drawer that I can then take out of my fridge very easily and just take a second to sprinkle something from each bag into the salad. And so the salad becomes assembled within 30 seconds.
Can you tell us what the components are?
The components at the moment are...
Oh, so it varies.
It does vary because my mood changes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
and
why not?
Sometimes I'm not in the mood to chop onions or whatever. So right now, also because I was traveling, it's like truly the laziest possible one. But it is dried cherries,
fun,
blue cheese, bacon bits, and almonds.
Okay.
So you Emeril Lagasse, you take a pinch of each, you throw it in, you mix it up with the salad dressing is in the bin too. And that keeps me from going to Taco Bell 3 times a day.
And you've just got like a bag of greens or something you toss in there too.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are just accoutrements that you throw on top of whatever your leafies are.
It's a lot of premiums.
Okay.
It's a lot of premiums because the other ones are like you have to chop up or if you want cucumber or something in there, that takes a little bit more effort.
But that's really smart because I'm a systems guy. That's how I like to approach things. This is a very systemic approach of how do I eat healthier? I'm going to make it just totally streamlined and brainless.
I need to have no excuse to leave my house and go eat something else because it actually takes much less time to eat this salad than it would to go somewhere and get McDonald's.
30 seconds far too long for me. I'm too busy, Wags. I can't do 30 seconds.
Can you skip one ingredient?
If we got it down to a 5-second salad, I think I would be on board. But I can't do this.
When I'm really feeling myself, it'll be one of the bags will have rotisserie chicken in it.
Oh,
so
sure, yeah.
Then that does take a little bit more time because you have to heat that up.
Right.
You're not gonna have cold chicken in there.
Mitch is gesturing over your shoulder.
Did you like the joke?
At Amelia. Okay,
she said yes.
She's giving a thumbs up.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Sorry to interrupt there. I'm a salad. We both are. We eat. I didn't get one today. Actually, weirdly, I did.
You did a little plate. We ordered that's a different experience from basically making something at home, obviously.
Yeah.
But I love this idea of just because I do have a lot of home salads, but it's very often just super boring. I've got a bag of fucking whatever greens that were on sale at Trader Joe's, and then I'll dice up some cucumber and some heirloom tomatoes to throw in there or whatever I got on hand. But I like the idea of doing all that prep work in advance, but not having. Because the other thing you run into with salads is you can't make a whole salad because then it just gets soggy. But the idea of keeping all the components separate is really smart.
Yeah. It's worked for me pretty well. I'd say I eat at least one salad a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
I love that.
I've eaten an onion today in our earlier episode and garlic. So I am
That's
really
what you had for lunch?
An onion and garlic. It's a monster lunch.
Unless you're Dracula. It's your fucking nightmare.
That's your last meal.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. If Dracula was in jail, and what's your last meal? And he's like, I'll have onion. And then they're like, fuck, you fucking, you know what I mean? We didn't get to execute him.
Yeah, he He asked for garlic, like he asked for a garlic bread. He's fucking ate a bunch of garlic bread and he offed himself in the cell.
Fucking dead. Yeah.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah. Renfield's family is like, we don't get to see this guy.
We wanted to stake this guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some closure, but no, he just took that away from us.
Yeah. So think about that.
Think about that.
All those people against capital punishment. Think about that. I ate garlic beforehand, but also just touching on Taco Bell.
Yes.
You said that's, if not, you would eat Taco Bell 3 times a day.
Absolutely.
We both love Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell's great.
I went and I got, this will be dated at this point. I know you don't like that, but
we're
not going to talk about it if not, but I tried the cheese at Taco Bell.
How did you think?
It's interesting because it's in the Crunch Wrap, and I used to love the Crunch Wrap, but then I kind of turned on the Crunch Wrap a little bit, where I think there's too much going on in there.
Unga pachka, if you will.
Yeah, it's a little bit unwieldy, and I like it. Never gives me like the flavor, I like goop. I like goopy Taco Bell stuff more than that.
Yeah.
In the Crunch Wrap, it gets a little bit soggy, but you do taste it. But I think it does sog down quickly in the Crunch Wrap.
The Cheez-It meat, you mean?
The Cheez-It, yeah. And then there's a Cheez-It tostada.
How Cheez-It-y does it taste?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The Cheez-It works.
The big Cheez-It works.
The big Cheez-It tastes just like a fucking Cheez-It. It's like it is like they do nail that part of it. I do think that like it gets soggy in the Crunch Wrap and with like a bunch of ingredients on top of it, but it works. It is like a big Cheez-It and it's salty. You know what I mean? Like it was the sort of thing where I was eating, I was like, this is fine. It's not like something that I like. The Doritos Locos Taco is like, that's like, you've knocked it out of the park. I love this, and I want to eat this every time I'm there, you know. But that it's not as fun as that. But the fear you had isn't there of the thing of like the Cheez-It isn't good or it's soggy or whatever.
That's what I was worried about. That the proportions will be off because it's just so it's upscaled.
It's weirdly it tastes like a Cheez-It. It's like a very good version of a Cheez-It.
Do they have like a Cheez-It Mexican pizza?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's a tostada, but it is kind of like it is basically a Mexican pizza. It's good.
Yeah,
I would try it.
That's the one that's pretty good. And the one in the Crunch Wrap gets soggy, but it's not the Cheez-It's fault. It's like in a tortilla blanket with meat. You know, it's getting steamed in there.
I want to talk a little bit more about Taco Bell, but I want to go back to Dracula Executions real quick. Yes. Have you seen Interview with the Vampire, the movie, the first movie?
Yeah.
That part where they fucking have like they just have them sit and then the sun's gonna rise and they're gonna be like cooked by the sun.
It's
fucking
Kirsten
crazy.
Dunst.
It's Kirsten Dunst and the older woman. I forget who the actor is.
Yeah.
And they fucking cook them with the fucking sun and they die like holding each other. That's grim.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you think they would like do that to a Dracula?
For an execution?
Yeah. Do you think they'd do that or do you think they'd do like the stake through the heart? Like how would they make it like?
So it would be like a 5 a.m. execution and then it's like we're gonna like just raise the shades.
Well, you're just gonna be sitting there like basically strapped to a chair and then as the sun rises, then you're gonna be, you know, baked into dust. Into ash.
I feel like probably the baked into dust.
You think they do that as opposed to we're gonna have an executioner drive a
I think the stake through the heart feels like a firing squad. It feels too old school to me.
That's what they would have done back in the day, but these days they feel like, oh, we're a little bit. It's like the lethal injection sort of thing, even though it's still killing somebody. It feels a little bit more clinical.
And it's
lethal injection wouldn't do it, right? Like
lethal injection wouldn't do it to a Dracula.
It wouldn't do it to a Dracula.
Yeah,
but Dracula just kind of be like, I'm fine. You know, he would be fine with it.
Maybe if we give him holy water.
Oh, a lethal injection of holy water.
That's probably
that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it. I mean, it would all be pretty painful. It seems like
it'd be pretty unpleasant. I think.
But hey, he shouldn't have committed those crimes. In 3 strikes, you're out. The Dracula 3-strike rule.
It's a good law.
It's a good law.
It's tough, but it's fair.
If you suck the blood of 3 people, that's it. You go away for life.
You get a couple.
You get 2.
Everyone gets 2.
Yeah.
Are you guys watching the Interview with the Vampire show?
No, I heard it's good. Have you seen it?
Oh, it's horny as hell. It's great.
Ooh, I gotta watch this.
It's the horniest show I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness, I'm on board.
At least the first season.
Did you see Challengers?
Yes.
That's very horny.
Loved it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Challengers yet, but it is a horny show. The movie is weird. Doesn't it's weird, right? There's like
the movie's horny too, but it's my understanding is this show is like a more faithful it's both more faithful to the source, but then also kind of like recontextualize it a I haven't seen.
Are we talking about Challengers or are we talking about
the new Interview with Vampire?
Show? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are there any Draculas in Challengers or no?
No Draculas as far as I know.
Not that we know. They could be hiding.
Yeah.
They could be okay.
There's kind of like a little.
They're very
bit,
good at tennis. That could be like a secret, except they're in the sun.
They're in the sun all. I think they're probably, if there is a Dracula, would have to be like a minor
daywalker.
Or Twilight Rules.
Yeah,
could be a Twilight Rules because they're Dracula.
Or Blade, the daywalker.
Could be a Blade thing. Yeah, Blade / Twilight, same principle. Okay, I want to talk about Taco Bell because you are a Taco Bell fan. What's your normal order?
I love the chalupa and I love a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Those are good.
You do love the Crunchwrap.
I live 4 seconds away from one.
Oh
so
boy,
it's
That's
crisp
tricky.
when I get it.
By the way, remember how earlier we said that there'd be 30 seconds of the show that were bad? It was us discussing the Draculas. So there it was.
Yeah.
We did it. We knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, we're set.
So 30 seconds. You live 30 seconds away. Oh, wait, sorry, 3 minutes away from
I'm
Taco Bell?
super close, like 2 blocks. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
I know it's really hard.
That's hard.
I wake up every day. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
We used to live in the same street as a McDonald's and a really good McDonald's too. It was always hitting, and that was like a tough thing. Because and I said this in the podcast before, but sometimes get up and was like, let's go over there and get a coffee. It's fine. And then all of a sudden, I got myself a McGriddle and 2 hash browns.
You're lying to yourself.
Exactly.
You're lying to yourself if you say you're just getting a coffee. No way.
How close did you live to them? I'm surprised you didn't live in the McDonald's. Fucking clown. Fucking clown. Fucking clown ass. You're a fucking.
How dare you?
You're a fucking clown.
Wasn't it in that movie Blank Check or something where the kid had a McDonald's inside
We literally were just talking about
this in the previous episode we recorded, and we had the same discussion, which was that
it really hit for like 90s kids. We all remember that and are like, wow, that is what being rich is.
Well, this is the thing. So Casey pointed out that's Richie Rich is the movie where he has the McDonald's in his house.
Okay.
And then Blank Check, again, not the podcast, is the movie.
He's got a water slide.
Is where, he's
Are
got
we sure about that? We're going to get corrected about it.
I'm sure about this.
No, the Richie Rich does have McDonald's. I do remember that.
In Blank Check, they had trash cans full of ice cream, though. That was the big...
That doesn't sound as good.
That's a little kid. Like, even if you got a clean barrel from Home Depot and sprayed it out and put ice cream in it.
No, that's nasty.
It's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
But it is kind of fun.
It's kind of fun. I mean, I do it.
I mean, we'll
do it on the show.
We're going to do it on the fucking show.
Amelia just went to get a trash can.
If we got a trash can and filled it up with a clean trash can, never used, sprayed it out, and put like tubs of ice cream in it, it would be fucking fun.
It would be funny to like just set that up in the Headgum kitchen, just like a trash can that we're filling with ice cream, just to watch the hunks walk in and be like, all right, it's a fucking Doughboys. And then I'll hear them all saying like, these the fucking Doughboys are at and having ice cream in a trash can. You see that shit?
And they walk
fucking insane.
They walk into another room and it's like a trash can filled with spinach. That's what the hunks like. Hunks like spinach. We like fucking ice cream.
Well, it's 3 p.m. It's quitting time. Let's go home for the day. Office empties out.
Oh, shit. 2.5 hour day.
Okay, so I mentioned Casey a second ago. Like Casey, you are from Florida. You're from Daytona Beach. Is that correct?
Yes.
I know we talked about it on this podcast before, but like since we're here in the Garden of Eatin and we're talking specifically about fruits and vegetables, Florida is known for oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other like local like fruits and vegetables that you associate with the Sunshine State?
Any kind of citrus, really.
Any kind of citrus.
Yeah, star fruit, oddly enough. I remember in college there were a lot of houses that had star fruit trees, which are really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Daytona, I don't know. We're not growing fresh fruit on trees. We're growing like cigarettes.
Pulling a fresh cigarette from the cigarette tree, smoking away. They're all pre-lit, right? When you pull it off.
Yes, that's right. That's about right. I was just in Florida earlier this week. I'm very jet lagged, FYI. But as I was walking along the like a park fence, there was like a vine hanging down with these fruits on it that were they look like something like a fairy would live in, like a little gourd. Wow. They were called, they were called like vine melons or something. I'd never heard of it. Melons. And we looked it up on an app and it said that you can eat them if you soak them in water for a day. And I was like, well, that's too many. That's too many steps. And I threw it away.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it was just growing on a fence. And it was like such a weird, beautiful little fruit.
Well, I wonder what the process is of like soaking in water for a day that makes it safe for human consumption.
I don't know.
I don't know if I like that either.
I don't like that. I wouldn't trust that.
No, I didn't trust it. And I also said it was like, even if you do that, it's going to be really bitter. And I was like, well,
that's no fun. What's the point?
Our last guest was jet lagged too. We got 2 jet lagged.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's the time to travel.
I want to ask you, just out of curiosity, what would be the restaurant that you would put in your house? Just because we would like to hear that too. What would Taco Bell?
It would be Taco Bell or a restaurant where I grew up called Hooligans.
That's great. I love it.
Hooligans is the only restaurant I went to in Daytona when I visited, and they're known for their wings, and they're so good. I think do you have a Hooligans in the part of Florida you are from? I think there's only 3 of them, and it's a sports bar.
I love the name.
Yeah, it's great.
I gotta look at it. I gotta look this up, but it's still in operation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Going strong. They now have 3 of them.
Wow.
He's binging Hooligans.
And I don't know if they actually have a proper website because I'm getting Hooligans Music Store, but I don't know if they have.
Wouldn't surprise me if they don't have a website.
Yeah.
Hooligans Restaurant. Did you Google that?
Yeah, that brings up a restaurant in downtown LA called Vegan Hooligans.
There is Hooligans.
That has since closed.
Yeah, there is Hooligans Destination Daytona. That's maybe what you're thinking of? Okay. The top comment is exactly what you expect from a Hooligans in 2021.
Exactly.
So, all right. People know what they're in for.
Consistent.
Yes.
Consistently good wings. The wings are great.
I love that, though, when a place knows what they do, when a place just delivers on the one thing you're hoping for.
And Daytona and Florida in general, like everything is still the same price as it is here. It's like pretty expensive, except for alcohol. Alcohol is crazy cheap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's like a DeSantis initiative?
Yeah, sure. No, it was I got a $4 margarita, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
Was it happy hour?
It was happy hour, but it was
still, that's
this
crazy.
was at a place on the beach, and
Yeah.
it was $4. And I was like, I mean, it would be more expensive to like rent a seat to like a lounge chair.
You might get the only thing you think is like you might get like a $4 like bottle of Bud Light or something at a happy hour in LA. But the idea of like a $4 mixed like well drink is unthinkable.
Yeah, it did taste like it was $4.
I'm sure, yeah.
but it's just nice. It's like it's Chili's prices everywhere, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Gators also down there. A lot of gators.
Yeah, you ever see a gator?
Yeah, I did. And we ate some while we were there. We had some gator bites.
Wow.
But yes, I have seen gators. When I was a kid, actually, I was on a camping trip with it was my family, my mom, my brother, and my pastor's family.
Okay.
And we went on a canoe trip. And it like nobody told us how long the canoe trip was. It was like 6 hours. It was like a crazy long canoe trip.
Wow.
And as we're going, there's a tree had fallen in the path of the river, so we had to get out and lift the boat over this thing. And as we did, we were all standing on this tree that was just floating in the middle of this river.
Oh man.
And I looked over. I think I was probably like 11 at the time. I looked over and there were there was a gator nest with like probably 4 or 5 adult alligators.
Oh my God.
And I pointed at it and I was like, guys, there's alligators there. And they had made a joke before we took that trip that we would get a quarter for every alligator we spotted.
Yeah.
And then they ended up giving me $1.50.
Wow.
As I spotted them all, but it was so scary because we had to continue to like lift this canoe over the tree and then get back in the canoe and then paddle away.
They were like
so we
right
were exposed
there.
We were exposed in the water to alligators for like a significant amount of time, probably 5 minutes.
That's scary as shit.
Yeah, it was scary as shit. I think I was too young to really understand how scary it was, but the kids who were older than me were like freaking out and crying.
Jesus Christ. God.
I did some jet skiing down in Key West. And I remember like you can like jump out here and like swim around, and I was kind of like, is something gonna kill me? Could I get killed down here? I mean, it was more in the ocean, but then we went into like the areas that were like led to what are those called? Estuaries? Is that what it is?
I think so. I don't know.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
sure.
That sounds right. I don't know. I don't know all these terms.
But I was like, it feels like there's fucking gators in this water. It's scary.
That is scary.
Yeah.
We used to go on when I was in Boy Scouts.
No, I didn't see any, but I jumped in the water.
When I was on Boy Scouts, we went on like long canoeing trips up like the Colorado River, and it was just like, it was the same sort of thing of like, what I think back on is like, it's crazy that we had basically boats of unsupervised children who are like paddling for like an entire work day, you know, and just like, okay, kids, here's your map. We'll see you at the next campsite. It's like, that's fucking crazy that I was doing that as a child. It's unthinkable nowadays. But what I remember from that is that I'm remembering one thing, that one summer we were doing that, and a rumor started circulating among the scouts that there was a party boat where ladies were showing their titties. It's like seriously, like if you see the party boat, like they're just like flashing everybody. And so everyone was looking out for the party boat and it never manifested.
Where exactly was this? I mean, I'm just interested on where I mean, and it was like that rumor was fake, right? Obviously.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was fake.
Yeah. Just sucks.
No gators though, but there were like a lot of skeeters. You know, I always just remember getting like covered like mosquito bites.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, I remember getting covered.
I thought you
say
skiers. I thought you meant like water skiers.
You would see water skiers too.
Skeeters.
Yeah, skeeters, like mosquitoes. Yeah, but no, you'd say that there were. It's weird. Like that's like fucking. River trash is such an interesting class of people because there's a bunch of people like we're just gonna take our boat out on the river and we're just gonna get fucking hammered.
There's people who like fish for alligators.
Yes, yeah,
with their arm and stuff. There's a lot of YouTube videos of it. I love watching them. It brings me back.
I
Humbles me.
When I was down in the bayou, we did go out on like, and then there's like river people, the people who live on the rivers, which is
like in a boat.
Like they have little houses like right on the rivers basically that are like they're like their front doors like there's gators and shit like that, and there's like no electricity, you have to have generators and stuff like that. But the river folk are very interesting to me. I like the river folk.
Do you ever see like you're like, oh, river folk live there, and you look over and it's a gator nest?
Wait, you think that's what they were saying? they were in terms of like river folk. They were talking about a family of gators.
Yeah.
So it's an idiot man that's taking me out on this tour. Is a dumbass?
I don't know, I'm just saying.
Wags, look, there's another fruit in Florida, and it's called pineapple.
That's right. Pineapple is what we're talking about today in the Garden of Eatin. Is actually
Jemmy sighed after I said that.
It's actually indigenous to South America. And here's an interesting
Is it ever in Florida? I mean, there's pineapple.
Yeah, we grow all kinds of citrus.
Yeah.
Pine cones. What we know of as pine cones now used to be called pineapples. So that's the original name for a pine cone, was a pineapple, because apple was commonly used to mean fruit generically, and so pine cone was the fruit of the pine tree. But then pineapple became reappropriated for what we now know as pineapples because of its resemblance to a pine cone, though in many languages, pineapple is called ananas. That's the name for it, and you know, I think in most other languages.
Let me tell you something. Amelia had never cut a pineapple before.
Yeah.
She took a knife. There was directions on the pineapple. It was a full pineapple. She cut it down. She did a great job.
She did do a great job.
And this pineapple, you said it was very ripe. This pineapple is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
So we're circulating this pineapple on a plate. I'll give a little bit more context as we're doing this. In 1899, James W. Dole moved to Hawaii and would establish the Hawaiian Pineapple Company, which was later called Dole. And those plantations would dominate the global market and also solidify colonial rule of Hawaii. So it's associated with a very dark period in that territory's history. His cousin, in fact, Sanford B. Dole, was the territorial governor of Hawaii, and he himself contributed to overthrowing the Hawaiian monarchy and leading to its annexation by the U.S. Today, Costa Rica, Brazil, and the Philippines are the three biggest global pineapple producers.
They hate the Dole company in
They hate
Costa
the
Rica.
Dole. They hate it. They hate it nationally or internationally. It's a fucking awful company. But it was a big. I don't know if it's still the dominant player, but it was for a long time. Kind of had a monopoly on the global pineapple trade. Okay, so we're starting with just pineapple in its most basic form, just eaten fresh pineapple cut up, which. I mean, I think this is maybe just the best way to consume it. We'll talk about some pineapple dishes, but just like regular ass pineapple is very, very satisfying.
Yeah, it's real good.
Dried pineapple is also really good, and like trail mix and stuff. It's one of my favorite dried fruits, actually.
Dried pineapple is a lot of fun. I often forget about that.
Very hard to tell when one is ripe, and that is perfect.
That's got a great ripeness.
I love it. Here, hand it back to me. I want to eat more of it.
The trick with finding out if a pineapple is ripe is if you pull on the top leaves, they should pull out fairly easily and comfortably. Okay. You shouldn't have to pull too hard, and that's the sign of it's ripe. I don't know if that's true or not.
Interesting.
I mean, this tastes like candy. It's nature's candy.
It is nature's candy, very much so. A grapefruit. McGuire, where does pineapple rank in your fruit hierarchy?
Top.
Wow.
I love pineapple.
You love pineapple.
I do. I will eat any dish that if that is a deciding factor for me in a dish. If I see pineapples in it, I'm getting it.
Is it your number one among fruits?
Oh, I also like cherries a lot.
Cherries are great.
But cherries are too expensive.
Yeah.
I don't want to choke.
Yeah.
Pineapples have like some kind of like little enzyme that hurts your tongue a little bit.
Yes.
Which I sort of appreciate that it won't allow me to just chomp through a whole one. Because otherwise I would eat a whole one every day. They're so good.
Yeah, so it forces you to exercise some restraint.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that maybe is a positive quality.
That's so good.
It's very yummy.
I could eat the whole plate. I after lunch. Also, doesn't feel like you're doing anything that bad. It's fruit.
Yeah.
I know it's got probably some high sugar or whatever, but that. For me, the funny thing is I love pineapple in drinks. Yeah. I like it as a mixture. I like artificial pineapple. I like the white gummy bears. Those are like my favorite.
Oh, the pineapple flavored gummy bears. Interesting.
Yeah, I like those.
Pineapple, the red and white gummy bears are my two favorite flavor of gummy bears. And we were talking about Haribo. If we're talking Haribo. I mean, I like all the Haribo flavors, but I don't love pineapple when it is in something as much. I don't like pineapple on pizza. If you do a pineapple jalapeno bacon pizza or something like that, but the Hawaiian pizza I don't like.
But just the addition of a little bit of heat to the sweet, how it does enough for you.
It helps. But I'm never gonna like want to order a pineapple. I'm not looking to order pineapple on pizza.
Man, I kind of
pineapple
love
fried rice, and then I don't know. I don't need to do that. But go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, first off, I do like pineapple fried rice, but I also I kind of love a Hawaiian pizza.
I do too.
Lauren? Yeah,
I do too. I feel embarrassed to tell people that how much I like it.
A Canadian dish originated in Canada.
Why? This is my favorite fruit. I love pineapple more than any other fruit. This is the number one for me. But the idea of like when you like are eating, like when you do like like a sweet and sour chicken or something, and then there's like a chunk of pineapple. I don't like.
Love it.
I don't like a heated up pineapple unless it's a pineapple upside down cake or something like that. Like there's like as a dessert I like that, but like a hot pineapple I don't need as much unless it's like a dessert preparation.
Yeah.
I love just on its own. I think it's the best.
Is it a problem with like you don't like biting into a chunk of anything when you're eating something?
Yeah, a chunk of something that's it changes the texture of it. It makes it a little bit more gummy or whatever, or like, and like just kind of like a hot, mushy mess. You know what I mean? I don't know. This to me though is like if I was on a beach and I had a fucking plate of pineapple, I'm happy as hell.
You know what's interesting about pineapple?
I see a gator nest, I fucking freak out.
Oh, it's just river people. They're nice. You know what's interesting about pineapple and cake? If you make a pineapple right side up cake, you're like, I fucked it up.
oh, brother.
You know what? I feel pretty good about that SpongeBob joke.
I think,
pineapple?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So that goes back to what I was saying initially. Like, is the best way to eat pineapple just to eat pineapple? Is it one of those fruits where that's like its best form?
I really like grilled pineapple.
You like grilled pineapple?
Oh, yeah, I do.
That is a lot of fun.
All right, well, hold on.
I love grilled pineapple on a burger. I'll eat it on anything. I'll literally eat it on anything.
Lauren, I was not even thinking about it on a burger, but you know what? When I've had some teriyaki burgers, little teriyaki sauce there, and some pineapple, and the right kind of cheese, some cheeses rub up against it, but certain ones work. It can be delightful. That can be really fun.
Once again, I don't eat it on a burger either. I like the idea of a grilled pineapple. I'm okay with, but something about pineapple. I don't need it warm. I like it. I like it just as is. What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
I thought you had some fucking wise Alec remark.
No, I'm not listening to what you're having to say. Go on.
I just fresh cut pineapple. This is like I'm in heaven right now. I love this so much.
I know I've already established I have weird eating habits based on my 30-second salad, but when I was a kid, my go-to like coming home from school snack was a can of Dole pineapple.
Okay, so was this the pull tab one?
Pull tab.
Yeah.
I'd eat the whole can.
We had those.
Which is so funny how much better this is than that.
Yeah,
this is like a million. Yeah.
But if you're getting those, they're kind of the form factor of like a can of tuna, right? Like they're not like I don't know how big yours was, but
it's a full size can.
Oh, okay, I remember getting some skinnier cans, some slimmer cans, and they'd have like 5 rings in there. It was a pretty good portion.
Yeah.
But like the fun thing about that, and I had so much canned fruit as a kid, and I just don't really eat canned fruit in the same way anymore. But we had so much of it in my house. Like you eat those rings. That's a lot of fun. You get to drink the juice.
Oh, baby.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
The juice is the best part. You put it in your Sprite.
Yeah. Well, I never thought to do that.
Oh, okay.
That's a revelation.
Yeah.
I liked a pina colada Slurpee when I was younger. I like a pina colada drink now. When I was in Costa Rica, we like went to a waterfall one day and like we like jumped in the waterfall and we're jumping off a ledge and it was great. And then like we walked back up, like hiked up this thing, and then there was like fresh cut pineapple, and I was like, this is like I'm hungry and also like thirsty, and it's like quenching my thirst.
Yeah.
It's so it's so good.
Yeah.
I love it. I like artificial pineapple. Like I was saying, the gummy bears or like whatever, like if it's in a drink or whatever, any sort of fake version of pineapple. I also like, I'm a fan. I like the taste of pineapple, but I just don't like it hot, basically is my one downside. Grilled on its own I can do, but burger, pizza, I don't need it on there. You'd think it would be the best of both worlds. I love burgers, I love pizzas, I love pineapple, but it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it's interesting that you like it so much, but you don't like it in other contexts. Because for me, I don't think I like pineapple as much as you do, but I do appreciate pineapple when I have it in a dish. And you know, like sometimes I feel like I'll even have. Sometimes they'll be like, hey, someone will be making like a taco that'll have like some small chunks of diced pineapple in it or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you'll sometimes run into that sort of thing. That also works for me. That sort of presentation.
Now here's a big question. Yeah. You and I just ate a bunch of pineapple. Mm-hmm. There's an old myth about pineapple.
Yeah, we're getting into it.
We're getting into it.
I know the myth.
You know the myth too, Wise.
Don't act coy. No, I know where you're going, but at first I thought like you were gonna ask if we're gonna have diarrhea. Because like sometimes if you have a bunch of like really like watery fruit, I feel like sometimes you kind of like your body can react, get the rumblies a little bit.
That's where your mind went to first with
Then I remembered it was not that liquid, but a different one. Cum.
Well, we don't know. Maybe your diarrhea tastes great too.
Maybe your diarrhea does taste better. We'll do the test. We'll test both.
We're not sure. I mean, it's very possible that your diarrhea and crim both taste better when I don't know if this has ever been. I mean, it feels like a dirty myth buster to try to bust.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, like I don't know how you could even prove that it wasn't true.
I'm sure people have done it. I'm sure that's been like a thing that like I feel like that's like probably was a raunchy like radio thing that someone did, you know, in the 90s or 2000s. Like we're gonna taste cum, you know. I'm sure they did something like that. I did,
or like on Pornhub or
like
whatever.
Porno Hub, there's something like that. Yeah.
I think it's just hydration.
Might just be that. Yeah.
I think it's just hydration. There's people that swear by pineapple and watermelon, and I'm just like, you're just hydrated. So your cum doesn't taste like
a tropical drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it also makes it smell better. It's not just about how it tastes.
Interesting.
What's your source on that? Pineapplecum.com?
Are you on Pornhub right now,
why
Ice?
does pineapple make cum good?
Emma, I would have to say probably the top 3 weirdest ways you could have fucking Googled that.
Didn't incognito tab.
But probably most common way to have Googled it. So.
I'm looking at Men's Health, and like the start of this article is like, but first, what is semen anyway? Actually, like we'll have some clarity on this. I don't know if there's anything. Can I change the taste of my semen? Okay, you might have heard the rumor that eating loads of pineapple can improve the taste of your cum. While there isn't any, I can't believe how casually they're using cum in Men's Health magazine. While there isn't any science to support the specific link between pineapple and sweeter semen, we do know that diet can affect the taste and smell of your bodily fluids. Extrapolating from this, we can hypothesize the flavor of semen can be altered by diet. So it just seems like they're just sort of like yes, and then we get to what McGuire was saying. Your hydration level also may play a role in the taste of your semen.
Drinking alcohol, according to this Reddit thread I'm reading.
Yeah, the more dehydrated you are, the thicker your cum is. When you're
I think you knocked out of the park. Also, I think your diarrhea does taste better.
Let's hope.
Someone also commented in this Reddit thread, just remember when you eat pineapple, it eats you back. Which
yeah, it has an enzyme in it.
Is that the enzyme thing?
Yeah, it has an enzyme in it, and then little spiky things, like microscopic spiky things that get stuck in your tongue.
That's why
and
your
some
tongue
people
feels
people
funny.
eat pineapple and their mouth immediately starts to bleed.
The Reddit is great because this is r sex, the sex subreddit.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and this is the top comment on this post. Does pineapple really change the taste of your semen? And a bad girl commented 9 years ago, my ex ate junk all the time and his semen was salty as shit. The guy I'm with now eats super healthy and his cum tastes like nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's heaven.
It is. I think most men's diets are so bad that their cum tastes like egg salad. It's just like, Anybody who drinks a glass of water a day is like, oh, this is refreshing. I could shower in this.
Well, going back to Taco Bell, I feel like
I love that. We certainly got into it.
Yeah.
I love this.
Going back to Taco Bell, I think like a lot of times people because we've talked about before, like people saying like, oh, Taco Bell gives you diarrhea. But I think there's another thing of just like a lot of people who are eating Taco Bell, their diets are so low in dietary fiber. They're eating such unhealthy food all the time that they're finally getting something that's all fibrous and their body is just like overreacting to it. I think that's what's actually happening. And so, it could be a similar sort of principle with the with what you're saying with hydration.
And let's not rule out that supposedly women's pussy juice is supposed to taste better too. That's on there. That's on the Reddit.
I mean, if it works for one, why wouldn't
it
work for both?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not a concern for the Doughboys.
Wow. What if he was married?
I'm kidding.
Doughboys listeners, you meant.
Tom Palmer 1979 comments, I can confirm that it does. I had a recipe for a while back for a cum smoothie.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that lady during COVID that claimed that drinking your partner's cum would like keep you from getting COVID?
Oh, right.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, sorry, say it again. What was
There
it?
was a woman during like early days of COVID who claimed that drinking cum would like keep you from getting COVID, and she would like go to her boyfriend's house. There's like an article about it, and like
Was it
pick
because
up
her boyfriend
cum
was
daily.
vaccinated and she thought that was
And this was pre-vaccine.
Oh, she just
it
thought
was,
cum
like,
is
this was
magic.
her- yeah,
Okay.
and maybe she still believes that, and that's like her vaccine. I don't know. Haven't followed up, but
I have a feeling she probably didn't get a vaccine.
you're probably right.
I got a vaccine, but it was cum. I injected myself with cum.
All right, so Tom Palmer 1979 is talking about this cum smoothie. And
what Reddit is this, by the way?
this is our sex.
Which, by the way, is like the exact opposite of the Doughboys Reddit.
Okay, so he's talking about this cum smoothie, and he says that okay,
Sounds like the Doughboys Reddit.
it's honestly the same sort of territory. So we had planned a date night, and we hadn't seen each other in almost 2 weeks. The night before, I figured you'd do something special for her. He's talking about is this woman he was dating.
I absolutely think it takes longer than one night.
Oh, yeah.
Made a half gallon of this smoothie and drank it every couple of hours for the whole day leading up to the date. Sadly, her babysitter bailed on her, and we had to cancel our date. I was stuck home alone and bored. The smoothie completely slipped my mind. Around 3 to 4 a.m., it was nearing bedtime, and they say he's on a Mitch schedule, and I decided to have a little me time first. I pull up some porn, I do my thing, I come, and all of a sudden I smell Christmas cookies? WTF? It took me a good minute or two to realize I was smelling my own cum. It legitimately smelled like Christmas cookies. Not like overpoweringly, but like someone had just plugged in an air freshener.
Wait. Wags, let me look at the username. Santa is the username? This is a Santa story?
Mrs. Claus couldn't get a babysitter to stay home and pull himself off.
Santa, you gotta move in with Mrs. Claus.
Yeah,
at this
finally.
point.
Put a ring on it. People are fucking disgusting. That's the thing that you just really like. People are fucking animals.
Yeah, we get like we feel bad being disgusting, and then it's like, oh, everyone is fucking gross.
Yeah.
You're all gross.
Yeah.
You make me sick.
You make us sick.
You make us fucking sick.
Let's get back to let's get away from cum. I want to talk about. I want to talk about pina coladas and cocktails because cocktails, I feel like with pineapple, that's a place where I like pineapple juice a lot. It can also be, if you're just having pineapple juice, I don't feel like it can do more than like 8 ounces of it because it's pretty strong. But as a component, either a pineapple juice or a pineapple like a compote, something like that, or just a pineapple garnish in a cocktail, to me that's delightful. And that's just
I love a pineapple
wonderful
as a
island
garnish.
Drink.
And you know what?
So fun.
I love tiki bars, and you know what? You're getting a lot of pineapple wedges in the tiki bars, Wags.
Very much so.
I feel like they combine rum with it too much. I would like to see a tequila and a pineapple more often.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, or a mezcal and a pineapple.
Oh, I love
that.
You could do yourself a pineapple margarita. It could be fun.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, with the acid, that would be nice with a mezcal. Maybe a little spice to it too. Emma, as a bartender, and thank you for your service. Did you ever make any drinks with pineapple?
Definitely like rum and pineapple. I feel like is a popular cocktail. The sports bar I worked at had it. We didn't have it at the other bar I had because it was just a cordial bar, so we didn't have like full cocktails. But I used to do what you said. I put it with like sparkling water.
Yeah,
and like that makes it. You can have a little bit more of it, and it's a fun way to like get yourself to drink more water.
Yeah,
but it is a good chaser too. I would like when people were doing shots, I would like pour a little pineapple juice as a chaser because it's so acidic and it has that like effect on your tongue.
Yeah,
it washes liquor right out of your mouth.
Wow, that's smart.
That's a great call.
Yeah,
rum is my favorite booze, so I love a Mai Tai. Which classic Mai Tai doesn't actually have any pineapple in it.
No,
there's a little pineapple, but I love a pina colada.
Love a pina colada.
There's a lot of there's pineapple juice in the drink, I feel like I'm gonna like it.
Am I thinking of a different drink? What's the drink that has a float of Myers rum on top? Is that a pina colada? I think it's something else.
No, that is a Mai Tai.
That's a Mai Tai. That is a Mai Tai. Yeah.
Yeah. The dark rum on top. Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
I love pineapple. It's a great mixer. The juice is good. It is like a juice that, like, you know, you're not going to go over like apple, orange, cranberry.
Sure,
those are the ones you're drinking more than you drink pineapple juice.
Yeah, for sure.
But still,
even grapefruit, I'd say.
Yeah, as just the juice, it's pretty sweet and strong.
It's pretty potent, but it has its place. Can I talk about the Dole Whip? Which is the
oh my god,
I can't believe Whip. I was just at Disney and I failed to get a Dole Whip, and I'm still beating myself up about it.
What did you do in Disney?
Battle sometimes.
Got the what?
The little line to get the Dole Whip, so it's sometimes not worth braving it.
Right by the Tiki Room.
Yeah.
What did you do in Disney? Where'd you go?
I went to Animal Kingdom.
Avatar.
Oh, so right.
Avatar.
You're in Florida. That's right.
Yeah, I went specifically because I fucking love Avatar World.
What you do?
I love Avatar World.
Oh,
I don't
awesome.
even like the movies that much.
Wow.
I just love the fucking ride.
Yeah.
We'll take this.
Yeah, that's all right. It's still a win for the Doughboys.
Still works.
Wait, do you not like? Well,
we love the movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially Way of Water.
I don't hate them. I just don't.
Sure.
They're not my favorite.
You're more interested in the theming. I've never been to Animal Kingdom. I've never experienced Avatar World, but everyone I've heard who goes to it says it's awesome.
The park itself is dead except for
Really?
Pandora is popping off.
Yeah.
And that ride will be like 3 hours long. Like the wait will be 3 hours long. It's the only there's a couple other rides and there's one major roller coaster.
That roller coaster is good as hell.
The mountain one.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
That one's great.
But that's the only other big scary ride there, roller coaster style ride.
What the hell is it called? Is it like a dragon or something? I forget what the hell it is.
I'll look it up. But while I'm doing that, can you describe the experience of the Avatar ride? What is that like for someone who's never been on it before?
Oh God. Okay.
And is it just the one ride?
It's the closest you will actually feel to legitimately flying. And I have, as a child, had a lot of flying dreams and stuff. So it was I tear up at the end of it every time I go, and it's humiliating.
Wow.
One of the things that I also love about it is that you get sat down on these little, I don't know how to describe this seat, but it's, when you sit in the seat, you're sort of straddling a motorcycle type shaped thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all these big beefy dads in there who are straddling this little motorcycle.
Okay.
And then at a certain point when they quote unquote lock you in, a bar from the back pushes up against your lower back, and you are forced to be squatting with your ass out.
Wow.
It pushes your back so that your ass is popping out.
You're right.
You're very funny to watch.
Yeah.
You're riding and I forget the names of them, even though I love Avatar and I'm going to get shit.
The pterodactyls.
You're on those winged beasts.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And you're flying through and going through the Pandora, and you go by the ocean, and there are tulkuns. Is that what they're called?
Tulkuns are the whales. Yeah.
I don't know if it's Piacon, but the whale jumps up.
You're getting misted in the face.
Yeah.
It's magical.
It's basically, you know Soarin', California?
Yes.
It's like a combination between. It's like a thrill ride version of that, basically.
Yeah, more individualized.
Am I wrong? But isn't there also more of a river ride? There's also like a little bit.
Yeah, I went on that
ride.
one too. That one's nice, but it's like calming and relaxing. And
It's a
this
little
one's
more
like
chill.
very, very exciting.
People say that Disney cheaped out on it. That there's a lot of like. There's one great animatronic at the end.
Yeah,
but
I did wish there were more animatronics.
Yeah.
I wish in general in the park there was more like performers and like stuff like that. I think I went really early after the first Avatar came out and like went then, and it was a big deal, and they had like all these performers doing stuff at all times out there, and that's definitely died down. I'm sure it was back up when the second movie came out. But,
Disney, they cheap out on everything. They're a bad company, and Star Wars Land stinks, I think. But
I just watched that Star Wars Land 4-hour YouTube review.
Us too.
Amazing video. Jenny Nicholson's. Yeah, so well
it was
done.
really good. That food looked incredible, I will say.
It did look fun.
Yeah.
That is the part I wish I could have tried. The Ikran,
you've
the
never
mighty
been to Star Wars Land.
Of course, the mighty Ikran are the creatures from the flying creatures from Avatar. Shout out to Carlson.
Did you just text him that?
No, I looked it up, but I remember he says the mighty Ikran. That's a thing that he says, and
so
then
he gets a shout out because he says the mighty Ikran.
Well, I said it, and I said it because of he says the mighty Ikran.
Okay.
But then the mighty Ikran, they ended up saying that in like Avatar: The Way of Water. Like there's like a line where Sigourney Weaver's character says like mighty. And it like feels like a shout out. I don't know if it is, but
wow.
Anyway, Expedition.
Oh no, I can answer that for you. It's not.
Expedition Everest: Legend of the Forbidden Mountain.
That's the ride. I was going to bring it up.
The roller coaster at Animal Kingdom.
Everest is that roller coaster rules. It's a great roller coaster.
Yeah.
Going back to the Avatar line, is what you like about it just that ride, or is all the theming like?
It's a beautiful set.
Yeah,
like,
awesome.
They just do such a good job with the decor and stuff. And then if you stay for night and it switches over to like night mode, that's absolutely stunning.
Oh, you get like the bioluminescence.
They do bioluminescence.
Yes,
oh, fuck, that sounds rad.
It's really cool.
Fuck, I want to go.
We were supposed to do. We were going to do a Disney.
We might do it. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
We were going to go to Disney and do like a parks thing, and we never did it.
Well, we'll see. It's tough because it's podcast the ride. It feels like that's their territory.
Who gives a shit? We'll do it with them.
They're not out here reviewing Chili's. You know what I mean? Like they're not stepping on our territory.
Podcast the ride. I give you permission to fucking go to Chili's. Who cares? They'll come with us. They've geared. He would be so happy to. Carlson and Sheridan. They don't want to do it.
It would be a fun crew.
The premise of the ride when you go in is like you're gonna get synced. Your body's gonna get synced with an avatar, and that avatar will fly on one of those pterodactyl guys. And so when you're in line, they have a little camera up.
Sounds cool.
They have a camera up. You're standing on one specific spot. There's a camera up that like reads your biologics and pairs you with which one you are, and that just everything about it is so cool. I love it so much.
Wow. Hi, I'm Weiger Navi. Oh, cool.
He's got a little baseball hat on in yours.
I'm gonna ride the mighty Ikran. Oh, cool.
Also, trying to read your biological feature. There's just like it's not picking up anything. The outline of you inside is all just dark.
What else with pineapple? What are we missing here? I mean, we talked about artificial pineapple flavor. Go on.
I can talk about. So I just serendipitously happened to get a pineapple yesterday because I was at the grocery store. And normally they're $5. I don't normally buy a pineapple for myself, but they have like Smart and Final has a section where the fruit is like you need to eat it today, and it's 99 cents. So I found a 99-cent pineapple, and I was like, well, here we go. So I ate it yesterday, and I tried a method for eating it that is different than the way we cut ours up, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Ooh.
Which is you kind of like slam each side down on the ground to like loosen it up. And then you put it on its side and roll it until the little like hexagon things on the outside are kind of loose.
Okay.
And then theoretically, you're supposed to just be able to pull them out.
Wow.
Like pull the little hexagon out. And that didn't quite work for me. I needed to kind of put a fork in it and wiggle it out, but I did eat it like that.
Wow.
That's cool.
It was great.
It's a way you can eat a pineapple if you don't have access to a knife.
Correct.
Wow.
Yes.
That's really smart.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
and pretty much worked for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, it worked great. I ate half of a pineapple like that.
That sounds like a hoot.
That's cool as hell. Victor, my fruit guy, so I bring up quite a bit.
Yes.
You should see this guy slice up the pineapple.
You have a fruit guy?
I have he has the best fruit cart. I'll tell you exactly where it is. I'll tell you the exact place where it is post podcast, which we've already said it enough where I feel like people know anyways. But I'll
you don't need to dox where you live.
It's yeah. I'm not far from where it is, but like it's still a ways away from it. I'm still safe if you knew where it was.
You've come a long way from the place where you used to live, where you would like people would just know your address.
Palmerston Place.
Yeah.
19 blank Palmerston Place. Green door if you go there.
Or sometimes just like a bottle of mystery liquid just show up on your stoop.
Yes.
No.
There's a mystery liquid.
Is that real?
There was like a drink or stank mystery liquid, and it was like opened, and they were like, "What is the liquid?" And I was like, "Let's do it for the podcast." And Wise was like, "No fucking way."
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no. You can eat a fucking an unlabeled, unlabeled bottle with a question mark on it.
Yeah,
that's a stranger left for you. Yeah, let's fucking drink this for content.
It's fucking the Riddler. Who knows? It's fun. It would have been fun.
This cum tastes great.
That must have been eating pineapple. The Victor will just like, he'll cut the outsides of it. He'll cut the top off, and then he'll just cut the outsides of it. And like, just so it's like a pineapple with, you know what I mean? He just slices off.
There's so much. Yeah.
He does it so well. And like, it's just like a big bulbous pineapple without the rind on it. It's great.
When you get someone with like really, really good knife skills, whether they're trained or self-taught, and they can just like, they have like such high yield. Like they get rid of all the stuff that's like inedible, but everything that you can eat is still there. And like, I feel like anytime I'm trying to do that, I just like, you know what? I'm just not going to worry about fucking having a 90% yield. If I have 70% yield, that's fine. Sure. But I wish I could do that, because it's really cool, and it's not wasteful, you know? And I think it comes from working in kitchens where it's that product is money.
Victor he's money with that. He's really good at it.
Yeah.
This pineapple is still hitting.
It's really yummy.
Hey, put some pineapple in a smoothie. You're having fun.
Oh man, that's a hoot.
Mm-hmm.
I've been eating pineapple for 2 days.
I love it.
Thank you very much.
Your diarrhea is going to be delicious.
I can't wait. I can't wait to diarrhea.
Since we've already gotten very filthy in this episode, this is a thing we talked about with our buddy Murder Brian, but the upside down pineapple, I don't know if you know this, McGuire, has become a sign for swingers.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so if you see that anywhere, if you see that insignia, or someone has like, you know, maybe someone, honestly, one of them might be walking around Disney with an upside down pineapple.
It's true.
You know they're down to swing.
I got a question for you. And now, sadly, I can't even ask it because a lot of it is gone. But like, you see, like a pineapple that's like that color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How would you describe this color? Like
dark yellow, almost like
golden
yellow.
Okay, so not quite minion yellow.
So as opposed to like this one, which is a little bit lighter, whiter,
more like a banana.
You get this. That's my favorite. Like that juiciness. That was. I guess it's just more ripe.
Like a Lego yellow almost.
Yes, it's like that is like the most delicious. That's what I want always in the pineapple. I do like the texture of pineapple, that it's like got a little bit like like fibrous or whatever. It's like you know what I mean? Like I do like that it has a good, but then when it is a little bit like these ones are a little bit juicier and a little bit more like mush like, I think it is the best taste. What do you think of that, Wags?
I think that's a great. I mean, I think that's a great take. I got to close this browser tab that just is a Bing search for pineapple cum. I can't have this open anymore. I don't even like having that in my history. Let's see.
It's strange to me that has come to symbolize swinging.
Yeah, it's weird.
Pineapples were like originally super, super expensive. Like when they were first, I don't know, when Dole first. Oh, thank you. Started harvesting them, they were extremely expensive and like a sign of super royalty. Yeah,
they were especially in Europe where they're not native to. It was like a huge like exotic thing. The idea of having a pineapple. Let's see.
That pineapple. That is a damn good pineapple, Amelia. Good work.
Yeah,
it's really well done.
Very good.
See what you guys
selection.
think back there. Let's see. I want to hear our engineer's thoughts on the pineapple.
Yeah, from the producer's desk.
Really juicy.
Very juicy.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
How do you guys rank pineapple? Do you like pineapple?
One of my faves.
Big pineapple fan. I got it in my fridge right now.
Pineapple used to be in college one of my go-to high snacks.
Wow.
It's like sweet and juicy.
Yeah. It's in a lot of them,
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And they used to sell it in little cups at like the C-store at school. So I could just like be stoned and grab like a cup of diced pineapple, and it was perfect.
It's crazy because I a lot of the times for at Gelson's or whatever, I'll get like the pineapple cup, or at Albertsons, wherever. But
Jimmy just got some head scratchies. Very cute.
From
Emma.
My fingers, but then I don't know if pineapple's okay for dogs or not.
I haven't seen anything on whether
know.
it's safe for dogs and cats. Usually, if it's not, there will be some sort of warning.
the sliced pineapple that you get at the store, good, but then cutting open just a fresh pineapple, I don't think you can beat that. That's the fucking best.
I think it's kind of like an avocado where like you have like there's a 2-day window.
Yeah.
Because if we'd waited 2 more days, this would have probably been like too brown, whatever. But it's perfect.
It's perfect right now.
Man, I did the avocado thing is like that hits close to home because I forgot. I like almost forgot I had a half avocado in my drawer today, and I was making breakfast, and I was like, oh shit, I got this half avocado. I gotta use it today. The clock's fucking ticking, and you know what? It worked out.
Yeah, you're throwing money away.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nick, I'm so relieved.
I was too, Mitch, because it was great.
Well, you know what? You just reminded me of a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple itself is fun. It's
so fun.
Look, it's got the big top, which is fun. And it's like kind of like a headdress.
Yeah, you can put like
it's cool.
You think of like the Carmen Miranda sort of thing. It's like having like a big, or I feel like you see the Minions doing that. They'll have like a coconut brassiere and then like a little pineapple like headdress. They're having fun.
It's big. It's fun. I mean, like pineapple trees.
It's not true. It's like a
plant?
A bush.
More like a
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
It's not like a palm tree.
I knew it wasn't a palm tree. That's it's coconuts can be in a palm tree.
Yeah.
But I knew that. I guess I don't know if I've ever seen a pineapple in the wild. Then have I?
I don't know where you would see just a wild pineapple grove.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I mean, it's like maybe
they're small.
Costa Rica.
They're like
I don't
bush
know.
like they're like you can like they're
it's like a spiny bush. It almost looks like it's a succulent, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, I looked this up earlier. I don't think the plants are particularly tall, but I'll get some specifics.
I also I mean, look what happened in Hawaii with the Dole Company, horrible company. Everyone in Costa Rica hates Dole.
Yeah.
I like that pineapples grow in Hawaii. Like, I like the tropical side of it. I don't like that Dole is the one growing them or whatever, but like, I do like, hey, this is like a tropical, you're in paradise while you're eating this fruit. It tastes like a fruit that comes from paradise.
Right.
It is one that I think if you were to like grow one at home in your garden, it takes like 2 or 3 years to get a fruit or something. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's why you don't see them a lot in gardens, I think.
I'm trying to get a good image of a pineapple plant up here that we can look at. But basically, as far as its specifications, it's about 1 to 1.5 meters, or about 3 to 4.5 feet tall.
Okay.
Generally. Let's see. Here's kind of what a pineapple plant looks like. I'm not sure. Jesus fucking Christ! My iPad collapsed as I was trying to do that.
He's back on the cum tab opened up again. The cum milkshake tab.
Hold on, let me find this. Let's see. This is like an individual plant, so you can kind of see it here.
1 fruit per plant?
Yeah, I think it's 1 fruit per plant.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty inefficient design, but
that like makes it all the more special.
Kind of looks like it's growing out of the top of a huge pineapple.
It does.
It does.
Yeah. And then you can have just a pineapple plant. You can just have one in a, that might be fun for.
That's cool as hell.
You can have one in your house, but it will take 3 to 4
years to have a pineapple.
I love this stuff. I guess what we should do is we should rate this sumbitch. So McGuire, here's what we've been doing. We'll go around and we'll give this a rating.
We didn't give a green thumbs up or thumbs down for onions.
We keep forgetting to give a green thumbs up or green thumbs down
thumbs
for
up
things.
for onions.
Green thumbs up for onions. Maybe we should just eliminate that part of it because we just forget to do it.
Okay. No.
All right. We'll do it for this. We'll remember to do it for this one.
Just do this for pineapples on the next episode.
Okay, got it. We'll remember to track pineapples next time. Lauren, we're rating this from 0 to 5 salad forks.
Okay.
And then we will all collectively decide if we're going to give pineapple a green thumbs up or a green thumbs down. You're our guest. We'll begin with you. Your thoughts, your salad fork score out of 5 for pineapple?
Never been easier to give a score. Absolute 5.
Wow.
I think it is God's gift to this earth. I think it makes our drinks better, makes our food better. It digests us a little bit, which I think is fun.
It's the
It
Doughboys
makes
nightmare.
our cum taste awesome, and our pussy juice tastes like a margarita. So what could possibly be bad? What could you possibly knock off a point for?
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Great point.
Thank you.
Wow. 5 salad forks.
5.
I love all bodily fluids. I'm indiscriminatory about all of them. I like every single one. The fact that pineapples make them all better, I think that's a great point. How can you dislike a fruit that just improves the human body, Wags? It's like you know what I mean? It's like what is that guy? What does he inject himself with? In the crank. It's like crank. You know what I mean?
You're thinking the movie Crank?
I'm thinking the movie Crank.
Got it. I was trying to get his adrenaline up.
Yeah, he's trying to get his, but I'm saying like it makes him a superhuman. I'm like, pineapple does the same thing. It makes you a superhuman. Everything about it, it's like you said, it's hydrating you.
Yeah.
It's a fruit of the god. It is like the nectars of the god. We talked about ambrosia before. This makes me believe in God. Pineapple. That this fruit,
right?
This beautiful fruit was made on this earth.
You sound like Kirk Cameron, by the way, because he does the same thing about bananas.
Bananas,
He's like, bananas are evidence that God exists, that the world was created.
Kirk, you nailed it, my friend. It is the sort of thing where I'm like, this is a perfect fruit, like for where it is too, like in these tropical locations. That's where it comes from. You're getting a little bite of paradise when you're biting it. It's the easiest for me too. Honestly, it's a 6 salad fork. It's the elite level club for me. Elite. It's like it's in that same field of what are the 6 fork places we went to?
Bonchon and Guisados. You gave it one more.
So sure, but I'm saying
these are places that you gave 6 forks.
I'm saying that level of chain restaurant. That's the level of fruit that this is.
This is your favorite fruit.
This is my favorite fruit.
Yeah.
I can't go any higher. So I'll give it 5 salad forks because it's already confusing anyways. And a huge green thumbs up. It's the best.
So here's where I worry that I am going to depart from the consensus.
You fucking piece of shit.
I really love pineapple. I do think it's
There's
great.
no reason to do this. You're so full of shit.
We reviewed strawberry and mango. I gave each of those 5 salad forks. I, in all honesty, like strawberries and mangoes better than I like pineapples, even though I like pineapple quite a bit. And so I'm thinking about it, and if I'm thinking of this as a hierarchy, if I'm thinking of this as a tier list, if I'm thinking of this in terms of all the different stair steps, the levels of fruitdom, pineapple is a notch below
I'm about
the
to
highest
fucking push
for
you down
me.
that stairdom.
If I think about it in those terms, but then I have a moment of, what are we doing here? Because pineapple is great. And I love pineapple, and it's okay for me to appreciate all of nature's bounty. And we're going back to the nutritional value of this thing. When I was working with a dietitian, and I remember talking to her because I was just like trying to be like, hey, I got to get my diet in line. Like, what fruits and vegetables are good or bad to eat? And I remember her just saying like, they're all good. Like don't overthink this. Don't think of like, oh man, this one has more sugar than this other one, so I should be eating this instead of this. It's like if you're eating fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, like that's a net good for your diet. That's a net good for the human body in general. I think the
pedantic people who are like, pineapple's actually high in sugar. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
If you're really trying to like
they're gonna do it in our Reddit on this episode.
If you're trying to cut weight for like a fucking bodybuilding competition, that's one thing. But if you're just a human being who's trying to live your life in a body and you're just trying to like feed yourself nutritious food, then pineapple is a positive
natural
for you.
Sugar. It's not like processed sugar that's in a can of Coke.
Right.
It's way different.
Quick question, Reddit users. Are you in a bodybuilding competition?
Absolutely not.
Are you?
My wife is. All right. Of course your wife is. I love pineapple. I think it's fucking great. Shout out to the equator, which produces so many of the best fruits.
Oh, dude, the equator.
Love the equator. Love equatorial climates. And I'm gonna give pineapple.
The equator, the line, the line around the world.
Yeah,
it's the most sunny. Oh, dude, I love that. I love that. Oh, I love it.
Mitch, this is where so many of your favorite things come from. This is the lifestyle that you love.
I love the equator.
I love the equator. Big fan of the equator. Big fan of equatorial climates that have produced such delicious fruits and vegetables and spicy peppers as well, which we have not gotten into. And I'm
going to Hawaii this year. I just decided right now.
You should, Mitch. 5 salad forks.
Yeah,
for pineapple,
that's right. We got them.
And a green thumbs up.
Big
time. Big time. I love it.
Yeah.
I love all this stuff. I love that we're doing this. This is so fun.
Me too. You know what? I gotta say, the fruits have kind of outshone the vegetables.
Fruits are more fun than vegetables.
They are.
Can we be honest?
Yeah,
and we're behind the paywall. We can say this. The vegetables aren't listening.
Yeah, those idiots who are listening to the regular feed. It sucks.
Yeah,
the vegetables aren't as fun as the fruits.
No.
Yeah, no. This is where this is what you really want. These are the sweet treats. This is nature's candy, to borrow your phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren McGuire, so fun to have you on the podcast.
Thank you so much.
We got to at some point I want to try Hooligan so we can talk about it. At some point I want to visit Avatar Land so I can offer my own perspective. But anything you'd like to plug right now?
Star Trek Lower Decks is coming out, I think, in September. It'll be the final season. And eventually I think he stabbed himself on a pineapple. He's going to take away one of his forks, I'm afraid.
One fork. It did stab me.
Careful, buddy.
Sorry. While you were...
and I'm... look for Strip Law coming on Netflix. That'll probably be in 2025 or 6.
Oh,
because
awesome.
It's animated.
Another animated show.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Strip Law.
Strip Law.
I'm referring to the Vegas Strip.
Yes.
People should look out for that.
It's going to be great. Yeah.
It's such a hoot to have you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for feeding me.
Of course. We're boss. Someone's going to have a little experiment at home today.
Bye. Doughboys Media.